Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Hello, my name is Ade Hermawan. I'm from the student in the Master of Management concentration in marketing, and my college from the State University of Jakarta. I'm a final year student, and on this occasion, I will present the result of my thesis research with the title Factor Affecting Purchase Intention, Employment Social Security in the segment of participants who are not wage earners. And beforehand, I would like to thank my accompanying lecturers, Professor Yusuf Suhud and Professor Muhammad Rizam, the head of BPJS Ketenagakerjaan or BPJS Sostek, and my colleague in the office and campus. Let's start. Okay, the background of the problem. We know the BPJS Ketenagakerjaan or BPJS Sostek, people call them with BPJS Sostek. Membership is really mandatory for Indonesian workers intending to be protected from the socio-economic risks that can occur at any time and anywhere. However, the implementation of the participant process, especially in non-wage recipient, or we call it the BPO sector, or the informal workers, there are still many job left due to low enrollment or participant in this sector. In the table of width, we can see that the value or proportion of realized DBU participation or informal workers to the number of participants in BPJS Sostek Social Security roadmap is still very low, which is still below 10%. And seen from 2019 up to 2021, there are no figures showing more than 10% of non-wage workers or informal workers are registered as active participants in BPJS Kerjaan, or you call them with BPJS Sostek. This proves that there is still a low awareness of the working community in responding to social security regarding Form Putri and VA Kartika. Overall, the number of people who work informally reached 59.62% of the total workers in Indonesia. Really so huge number. But despite the large market potential, the life insurance industry faces several problems. So not only BPJS but the general insurance have the several problems. First is lack of this awareness, low purchasing power, high level of risk in the market, and lack of spontaneity from the company are some of the obstacles holding back the desired growth. Han and within 2013. So, what causes a low level of awareness is the approach in the marketing aspect, especially currently running effectively. This is my theoretical framework of research model, any six variables from the celebrities endorsement, e-book, electronic, word of mouth, perceived price, brand image, perceived value, and purchase intention, and any 10 hypotheses that I will be test. First, celebrity endorsement is influenced to purchase intention, to brand image, and then brand image to forward it into directly to purchase intention. And even electronic word of mouth is backward to the brand image and then directly to purchase intention. Or maybe the perceived price is influenced to brand image or to the perceived value. And the perceived value to directly to purchase intention. So there's only 10 hypotheses that I will be testing in my research. This is my respondent profile. From the sex, female is dominant, reached to 53.1%, and the age is 54.3%, dominated by the 26 until 35 years group, and the marital status and is 69.1% from the married group, and the educational is 66.58% from the bachelor, and the job status is businessman is dominate 146 or 57%, and from the income status 1 until 10 millionaires is reached to 88.7%. So you can see in my respondent profile, mass respondent profile. So from the domicile, eh, the coverage into the national of Indonesia, but I would like to for the biggest domicile first from Jakarta, which of 42% or 16.5%, followed by Medan 25%, Surabaya in 25%, and the last is Jakarta 20%, and many others area of in Indonesia. So from the respondent profile, the amount is 265%. I would like to do the validity and reliability test result. From the validity result, all indicators get a loading factor value above 0.5, and those are declared valid. It's from Suhud, my professor, at all 2020, sorry. And meanwhile, for the reliability test result, all variable get a Krobach alpha value above 0.6. So they are declared reliable from Professor Rizam, 2020. You can see on the my you can see the right monitor the validity and reliability test result from the factor value above 0.5 and the Probach alpha value above 0.6, we can say that really so valid. For example, for instance, the celebrity endorsement. After Hermawan is the most suitable celebrity for BPJS employment or BPJS endorsement, they say the loading factor reach 0.835. So it's valid because it's bigger than or greater than from 0.5. Or maybe in Raffi Ahmad can create important dams for endorser BPJS suspect or social security brand is 0.7. 92 or is it greater than from 0.5, or maybe the Corbush alpha celebrity endorsement reached to 0.837, so it's better is greater than for 0.6. You can see from EWOM it's reached 0.775, so it's bigger than 0.6. You can see the brand image is getting or reach to 0.8, 0.8 is a greater than 0.6, and perceived price getting a 0.8 is a higher than 0.6. And the next variable is getting a perceived value reach to 0.8, and then it's greater than 0.6. Purchase intention reach to 0.8 is greater than 0.6 of Probach alpha. So it's reliable and valid. Next, I would like to getting a STEM goodness of fit result. Hypothesis testing was carried out using a structural equation model with a confirmatory factor analysis of CFR using AMOS. The initial result of the model state that the model, so first of all, I would like the initial result of the model state that the model is not yet fit. So researchers need to modify it until research get a P is greater or equal 0.5 and CMIN, or we know that with the minimum sample discrepancy function is less than or equal to point is based on Suhut et al. 2020. So the figure that I will show now is the structural equation modeling that has been modified and get P is greater than or equal 0.5 and CMIN is less than or equal to 2.0 as a follow. You can see that. And the same goodness of fit result, the table shows the result of the goodness of fit criteria, namely the value of P is greater than or equal to 0.05 and SMEN is less than or equal to, the result of the value is a 0.105 and the result is CMIN is a value is 1.283. The result is RMSEA value is 0.033. The result is value is 0.968. The result is AGFI value is 0.938. The result is TLI value is 0.998. The result in the CFR value of 0.993 and the last, the result of the PGFI value is 0.509 as a follow you can see in the table. So we can make a decision that all of the aspects from the SM goodness of fit of result is good fit. And then we continue in the testing the hypothesis. The researchers or I'm using a mouse based on the required that condition for accepting a hypothesis is if the value of CR or if the CR is greater than 1.960 based on Suho et al. 2020, the directly influence hypothesis test result shown in the table of 5 or the table you can see now. It showed that the 5 hypotheses were accepted while the other 5 hypotheses were rejected as follows. Celebrity endorsement to purchase intention get a CR score is 0.626, so it's rejected. Because why? Because it's not enough to reach a zero to reach the 1.960. And then celebrities endorsed to band image is getting a CR score is 2.032, so it's accepted because it's higher from the 1.960. And the celebrities endorsement the value is accepted because get a CR result is more than 2.563. And even more electronic word of mouth to the brand image is getting score only a 0.685, so it's less than from the 1.960, that's rejected. Even or electronic word of mouth to the purchase intention getting a minus 0.717 is rejected, and perceived price to brand image getting score is really so hard, getting a 3.511, so it's accepted, and perceived price the perceived value getting a 3.461, so it's accepted because it is getting or is reaching greater than 1.960, and perceived price to purchase intention getting 4.193, so it's accepted. But the brand image to purchase intention directly getting a minus 0.807, so it's rejected. And purchase intention, perceived value directly to purchase intention is getting 1.337, so it's less than 1.960 is rejected. So let's be discussing about the hypothesis 1 or first hypothesis. There's a positive and significant relationship between celebrity endorsement of purchase intention of beverages, so like in the segment of participants who are not wage earners or informal workers with a value 0.626 is greater it's greater than 1.960. The first hypothesis we can say that states that respondents are not immediately interested buying BP Jam Static service product just by looking at the celebrity endorse from BP Jam Static. Raffi Ahmad have a good endorses. I would like to know the randomly from the participant. Do you agree that Raffi Ahmad is a suitable for the BP Jam Static endorsement? Of course, they say yes. Definitely, I will to impress if Raffi Ahmad to being the celebrity endorsed from BPJS Ketenagakerjaan because our BPJS Sostek. Why? Because Raffi Ahmad is representative of the representative of someone has to given a welfare for the Rans Entertainment for him employee or something like that. So it's really so suitable with the vision or mission to bring by BPJS Sostek. But when we're trying to you want to buy something or you want to buy the directly baby themselves product, they don't need to know and they don't need now. So yes, the respondent is not immediately interested in buying BP Jam Sostek products just by looking at the celebrity endorsed from BP Jam Sostek. This model is not supported by research conducted Adam and Hussein in the 2017 or Ahmad in 2009 in 2019, Rodriguez in 28, Wang et al. In 2017, we said that celebrity endorse has significantly effect on the purchase. They really agree, strong agree. Raffi Ahmad is a good for the baby jump like celebrity endorse, but it's not follow to purchase intention. There's something like that. The celebrity endorsement have positive but insignificant effect on purchase intention. This influence that the fact that potential customer or participant will not automatically be interested in buying BP Jam Sostek product just from the seeing the artists who support them. And the next, there is positive and significant between celebrity endorsement of brand image in the segment of participants who are knowledge earners or informal workers, with a value is 2.032 or is greater than 1.960. The second hypothesis that the celebrity endorses product or services should we have a good reputation to have a good impact on the product or services they provide in endorsement. Celebrity endorsement has a positive and significant effect on the brand image. Raffi Ahmad being a good brand image, the overall to BP Jam Sostek. Instead, that selecting celebrity endorsement with a good reputation is very important in making endorsement decision to increase the brand image of BP Jam Sostek. So many organization, many companies really so concerned about how to choosing the artist from the background, from the activity, something like that. We must be choosing the good artist because why? Because it's a represent of BP Jam Sostek. It is bringing the when you bringing or you choosing the good artist is automatically bring or making your brand image is making it good. So it's really sweet from the theoretical to the practical, especially in BP Jam Sostek. And the next is there's a positive and significant relationship between celebrity endorsement of perceived value BPJS or perceived value BPJM Sostek in the segment of participant who are wage earners or in PPO form informal workers. They reach 2.563 sorry 2.563 is greater than 1.960. The third hypothesis states that the celebrity endorsers with a good reputation in the eyes of the customers will able to provide information and from the over total value directly and indirectly related to BAP Jam Sostek services product. Celebrities endorsement with the positive perceived value or yes, the eyes of consumer about the information and many other things about BP Jam Sostek. This is supported by research conducted out at Vincenzo in 2015, NAMI in 2017, Pertiwi in 2020. which stated celebrity endorsement has a significant effect on a perceived value. So the celebrity's endorsement has positive and significant effect on perceived value. This said that the decision to endorse a reputable artist will directly shape of the value, not only brand image, but the total, but not only brand image, but the value, the total value of BP Jam Sostek product, because the artist has been respected before. Another one, we move to there's a positive and insignificant relation between electronic word of mouth of brand image BP Jam Sostek. They reach 0.685 is less than 1.6 1.960. The fourth hypothesis states that the lack of getting review of testimonial related to the experience of someone who has bad jam suspect. These are really different from the marketplace or e-commerce like Tokopedia, Shopee, or something like that, which provide testimonial or story review they're little available at the store before we buy the product. So the hypothesis is not supported by research conducted like both such as Emmanuel to 2011, Fazit and Fatahi in 2018, Jalil Farm and Samuel in 2012, and many others. We said that the electronic word of mouth has a significant image of the brand image. Electronic word of mouth have positively but insignificant effect on the brand image. They said that the lack of review or testimonial regarding one experience using BPS jam sostek and it is a relevance to the knowledge in the sector due to the large amount of information available to the wage in the sector of social media. BPS jam sostek really to focus on the earner sectors or formal workers. So the information, how to claim, testimonial, the operational information is always about the wage earner or formal workers. So it's really less information to the informal workers. So it's making the all information, the experience the experience about the services on BP Jam Sostek, especially in informal workers, is not have a good amount. So it's making the information is irrelevant. You can really hard to find that. So the electronic part of mouth has a positive, but it's insignificant effect on the brand image, especially of BP Jam Sostek. And the one, there is a negative and insignificant relationship between electronic word of mouth of purchase intention. Took minus 0.717. The fifth hypothesis said that someone who tells his experience regarding use of BB Jam Sostek services, it does not impact someone is interested in buying BB Jam Sostek. Respondents see this a program, a government program, then it's therefore they, if they want to buy. This hypothesis is not supported by research conducted. Like AP and Seminary 2020, Fazin Fatahi in 2018, and many others, which said that electronic word of mouth has significant effect on purchase intention. Electronic word of mouth has a negative and insignificant effect on purchase intention, especially in BP Jam Sostek case. This that the review or testimony from user who describe his experience in using BP Jam Sostek services does not impact the occurrence of someone to having an interest in buying BP Jam Sostek services. The condition is mostly same with the previous hypothesis, because the information is really so has a few information, because the BP Jam Sostek is too focused on formal workers than informal workers. And next, we have there's a positive and significant relationship between the perceived price of brand image BP Jam Sostek in segment of informal worker or participants who are not wage earners. Getting 3.511 score is greater than 1.960. The second hypothesis that the respondents have already understood that BP Jam Sostek is a social security product funded by government, especially in employment. So contribution are not too expensive for the medium and micro business sectors. This is not supported by research conducted, which the stated perceived price has a significant effect on brand image. Perceived price has a positive effect and significant to the brand image. Instead, the respondent prefer to use BP Jam Sostek at low price than social security product or similar product offered by the other private insurance companies or maybe other companies. Let's move to there is a positive and significant relationship between perceived price or perceived value based on James stake. In the segment of participant one, which earners, which a value is getting or reach 3.56 or 3.561 is greater than 1.960. The second hypothesis that a respondent believe that even though baby James provide relatively cheap rate, respondents are given comparable value from BPJM Software services. So the hypothesis is supported by research conducted Hakim Society in 2017, Susano and many other things, which state that perceived price has a significant effect on the perceived value. Perceived price has a positive and significant effect on the perceived value. This states that the respondent realized that paying a fee for this services was a good value from BPJM service, even though the benefit and protection provided were basic. So the difference about BPJM Sostek and many others, the private insurance is BPJM Sostek providing a basic coverage, but if you want to getting more benefit, you can choosing the private insurance. So let's I would like to repeat that the respondent realized that paying a fee for these services from BPJM Sostek, you will get value from the BPJM Sostek service, even though the benefit of protection provided were basic. And the next, there is a positive and significant relationship between perceived price of purchase intention in the informal swap, getting 4.193. The A hypothesis that the respondent think already low price impact their interest in purchasing BPJM Sostek because the rate given are fair enough. The hypothesis is supported by research conducted by Nick et al. In 2013, which stated that perceived price has a significant effect on purchase intention. Perceived price a positive and significant effect on purchase intention. This suggests that respondents interested in pretty cheap fee impact they buy into BPJM Sostek with the affordable price. I want to buy the BPJM Sostek product. And next, brand image to purchase intention. There's a negative and significant relationship between brand image of purchase intention BPJM Sostek in the segment of participants who are not wage earners, with a value getting reached minus 0.807 is really less than CR. The main hypothesis that although BPJM Sostek brand is good in the eyes of BPJM Sostek, it does not affect their buying interest in BPJM Sostek service or product. Someone will buy if they feel they already need the program managed by the government. This hypothesis is not supported by research conducted at Haddad 2015 and Helianto et al. In 2020 and many others which state that brand image has significant effect on purchase intention. In case, in BPJM Sostek, brand image has a negative and insignificant effect on purchase intention. They state that even though the brand image of BPJM Sostek is good, they realize BPJM Sostek is one and only the social security giving the basic protection or coverage. It's really good for the respondent, but they does not automatically generate interest in buying. It could be because the respondent do not feel needed for BPJM Sostek product now and the services. Only looking for brand image. And the last is there is a positive and insignificant relationship between perceived value of purchase intention BPJM Sostek. Getting or reach 1.337. The 10th hypothesis states that although perceived value doesn't not effective directly, it assumes that it will indirectly affect purchase intention later. Because why? Because someone who already knows the value of a brand will tend to be attracted to the brand. This hypothesis is not supported by research conducted by Nick and Kim, which state that perceived value has significant effect on purchase intention. Perceived value has a positive and significant insignificant, effect on purchase intention. This that the respondent know the value of BPJM Sostek, but have not intended to pay BPJM Sostek contribution or become participant for now, but they really tend to be attracted to the brand. Okay. So the recommendation for BPJM Sostek from we tried testing 10 hypotheses with a six variable, five variable to improve purchase intention. First, BPJM Sostek must innovate regarding a new them in the making endorsement closer to potential participants in informal workers or non-wage earners, not only focus on wage earner sector or formal workers. In my questionnaires, I will really interest fact that they really agree, strong agree. Rafi Ahmad have a good choice for Pepe Johnson to become the celebrity endorser, but they assume that Raffi Ahmad is not success to creating the new term for Pepe Jam Samsek because why? Because Raffi Ahmad as the owners of the Raj Entertainment as owners, not as informal workers. They see that Raffi Ahmad is a formal worker. So I think they will agree, Pepe Jam Sostek, to choosing Raffi Ahmad, but they need to another term, another perspective to becoming a Rafi Ahmad, not only for the not only for the for formal workers, but into the informal workers. The alternative is you can try to another figure beside of Rafi Ahmad to approaching the informal workers, or you can continue contact you can renewal to Rafi Ahmad, but not only focus to the formal workers, but also for informal workers. They really still agree Rafi Ahmad is good, but it's not success to informal workers. So then I need to choose two way. First, you must to find another Rafi Ahmad is really so close with informal workers or maybe but the consequence you must have to another course or you can renewal with Rafi Ahmad but you make it a new them that really stop approaching in a sectoral in an informal sector. Maybe Jam Sostek need a marketing team to create a content or social media related to the truth of PP Jam Sostek. Then it's also necessary to expand the information services channel to the social media and optimize contact center services. Is a must. And there is a really in BP Jam Sostek have a up to actually a strategy or the main strategy. First is coverage. How do you increasing your membership, coverage, participation, and another one is about benefit. So on the coverage, another one in the benefit is optimize investment aspect, and the third is building the trust. From where? From the digitalization of services. So it's a must for BPJAM Sostek to expand the information service channel to the social media and many other services, contact center, and many other things, and many other ways. Because why? Because it's really help to increasing or build the truth of BPJAM system. And then maybe they also can make effort to improve a digital services so they can compete with other social security and similar products offered by private insurance. Is the another fact that respondent think that BPJAM Sostek is cannot be comparable with a private insurance because yeah, BPJAM Sostek or the social security is only giving the basic coverage and the private insurance can getting more benefit. That is true, but Paper Jones also has uh, to optimize their digital services because why? When the service is excellent, I think many people think that okay, I would like to buy with a cheap or with affordable cost, but I'm getting good experience, good services, or something like that. It can be a plus for the many customer, or in this case, for informal workers. And the existence of the program from the government that provide guarantee with that contribution make respondent think is better than paying BP Jam Sosek fee. So many group or many respondents said, why I have to buy the BP Jam Sosek product? Oh, BP Jam Sosek product. And another way, because I see many sectors group is free because any what is it? I will call it with because any subsidy, yeah, is the helping cost or sharing costs with the government. In Indonesia, we have a two social security. It's concerned in national services, and another one is the employee services. BPJS Sostek in employment services, and the BPJS Kesehatan is very concerned about the uh, health national health coverage. In BPJS Kesehatan, we know there's any a group that is free is from the what we call it. Let's see. I will try to know this. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay. So in BPJS Kesehatan has a contribution subsidy program for a vulnerable worker. For vulnerable workers. But in BPJS Ketenagakerjaan, or we call BPJS Sostek, he's not any has a they not have a contribution subsidy program. So it's really so the difference. When you're talking about BPJS Kesehatan, yes, they have a contribution subsidy program, but for vulnerable workers. In BPJS Kesehatan, this doesn't have the program contribution subsidy. Because why? Because there's the workers, they have earned something like that, and they are not the full number of workers, so they don't have baby job sites don't have it, and this baby job suspect must to socialize about that. Okay, so the socialization is needed to explain the main benefit of them is more after becoming a participant they want money spent. There is any doubt about from the respondent when they think, all right, I don't have, all right, I will to getting a participant in BP Jam Sostek, especially in informal workers. It's good for BP Jam Sostek to making a program benefit and loyalty. Now, BP Jam Sostek have a design program to give the benefit and loyalty for formal workers from the online, what we call it, pinjol, we online loans, and then KFC promo. Yeah, it's a food benefit, transportation benefit. PP Jam Sosek has already designed a program benefit and loyalty to formal workers. PP Jam Sosek must do to the informal workers, making a program a benefit and loyalty. So it's making uh, a value added, not only for formal workers, but also for informal workers. It's must do. Because when they created the value added to informal workers, I think there's so many potentials informal workers to becoming uh, the active member. And the research suggesting optimizing the content, the compliance service channels, and speed of responding to participating content should be distributed consistently on social media daily. We can see the Instagram of BPJAM Sostek. There are so many questions about the BPJAM Sostek, especially from the foremost workers. There will be so many questions, and the administration, the admin is must be reply one by one. Not only to DM, but really you must do uh, as long as not the private information, I think it's really fair enough to admin of Baby Jam Sostek to show their reply one by one in Instagram or the official Instagram of Baby Jam Sostek. It's really so important things because why? Because it's becoming the source of information to many others, especially from informal workers. They must do optimize the speed of responding to participants in complaint to be distributed consistently on social media daily. So the education is the passport to the future, and for tomorrow belong to those who prepare for it today. We're already getting in the we have to arrive at the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for attention. I will so sorry about my English is not well, and I think these resources can make to get benefit not only for the researchers but also to BPJAM Sostek. They must to fix, they must to optimize about their services from the manual services into the transformation to digital services. And they must to making the program benefit and loyalty not only for the formal workers but also informal workers. They must to enhance the program for especially in the savings program because it's really because the informal sectors or informal workers is really so interested to joining base pay themselves, especially in the savings program. The saving program is really interested because baby themselves they give a higher than a bank, so it's becoming the to consider to be with so say to making to making or to optimizing to enhance the every single program they have. So thank you very much for the hearing all the advice. If you any advice, if you any disagreement about me, please contact me directly to the email or maybe your comment in my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for attention. We'll see you on the next time. Bye bye.